Hello, my name is Kalina. Welcome back to the Extraordinary Connections channel. I have some questions which I have asked you before, but here I unpack them a little bit further together with the importance of living with the whole heart so that you could leap to the next level of your fulfillment in life. Do you know who you are when no one is looking? Do you know what you carry inside your heart? I believe that our life needs to reflect our heart. Our life needs to be as big as and abundant as a life of plenty. This is because each one of us is created with a big heart. Each one of us is given the free choice to express that big heart and to access abundant wealth. That's right, access. It is that simple. Do you want to access abundant wealth? The good news is that everyone has a big heart, but the bad news is that very often we even subconsciously choose not to receive it and stay disconnected from that big heart. A big heart is a heart that is whole, healthy and wealthy and overflowing with passion for life. A big heart always finds a way to express itself and adds value to other people's lives. We need to know that our heart is like a house, the house of our inner man who is like a roaring lion that wants out. So if you're not connected with your heart, it is likely that your inner man is not really free to be at home. Not knowing the different parts of your heart is lack of freedom, which stops us from accessing abundant wealth. Deep on the inside, therefore, we remain unfulfilled because instead of living with the whole heart, we choose to dishonor ourselves and remain a poor expression of who we are created to be. Do you know and do you honor yourself? If your answer is no, you're not alone. Very often as humans, our natural tendency is to limit and dishonor ourselves. Consequently, we remain disconnected from the lion within, not knowing that the only way to escape from the pain of being unfulfilled is our choice and commitment to freedom and healing that redeem our big heart. Out of ignorance, the different parts of our inner man remain disconnected and we stay broken. As a result, the world around us remains broken also, because they do not experience the gift to them, which we are meant to be. How do you know if your heart is free or needs healing? Just tell me if you can recognize yourself in any of the examples I will briefly mention just now. For a start, do you focus solely on mindset and mindfulness and the so-called law of attraction? In this extreme, it is when people seek fulfillment in achieving solely through the human mind and willpower. Many people have recognized the power of the human mind and focus eagerly on mindset and mindfulness routines, which on the outside propagate extreme focus on predetermined goals and elevate the drive for achievement by being in the zone. However, deep on the inside, the driver for it all is the God-given desire for significance, which is perpetually unfulfilled. Another scenario. Do you find yourself easily frustrated, anxious, even angry or confused, fearful, sad and lonely, even among people? If you're honest with yourself, do you feel empty on the inside in moments when no one else is looking? Have you been possessed by such destructive emotions without knowing the real source and felt like being on a roller coaster but couldn't get off it? Or even another repeating script. Have you chosen to dishonor yourself totally unknowingly? It is so easy to do. I used to feel broken and desperately needed a breakthrough all those years back. Like many, I used to dishonor myself absolutely unknowingly. I didn't even know that I had expected other people to fulfill my deepest God-given desires, such as my desires for belonging and connection. As God's creation, those desires are meant to be filled in deep connection with the source of all life, God Himself. When we attach the fulfillment of deep desires to fellow humans, the desires are skewed into an overwhelming need. Since humans are not perfect, those deep desires remain unfulfilled and the need remains. So we start looking for other ways to fill the gap through addictive behaviors, including workaholism. Are you familiar with long working hours towards success that has no meaning any longer and brings no real joy? Workaholism is not any different from addiction to pornography, shopping, drug, sex, or alcohol addictions. Aimless feeding off social media for hours is not different from the above addictions either. Yet, none of those destructive behaviors help us to connect with and fill our deep desires. So, they remain unfulfilled. Do you see how easy it is to continue the circle of dishonoring ourselves knowingly or unknowingly? More importantly, we do not even suspect that such a vicious circle of behaviors perpetuates our shame and guilt from being unfulfilled and trap us every day, day after day. The sobering truth is that knowing yourself, your purpose and deep desires is not an excuse to continue dishonoring yourself, especially after you have listened to this talk. Remember, fulfillment comes from growing, and the only way to grow is to stay out of the false security of playing small, which robs you from fulfilling your passion, power, and purpose. There is a high price remaining small by continuing to dishonor yourself. That price is living in a perpetual cycle of shame and guilt within a broken world. You may still have doubt about what you have just heard and may be asking, how is this possible? But how is never the question. The real question is, are you hungry for more to life? Are you hungry to connect with, unleash, and release the passion for life rooted in your inner man, who has been created with a big heart so all of us could experience you as a gift to us? Will you reach out and seek freedom and healing so you could access abundant wealth? It is Easter Monday, and Lucy and I remembered our key breakthroughs in freedom and healing, which changed us forever and marked us with passion and childlike trust to seek after the lion who fulfills the desires of our hearts. Please, let Lucy and I know your thoughts and continue with us on this extraordinary journey together. Can't wait to sharing those breakthroughs with you. Love you all, and see you soon.